have that camera setup on both these devices. So the OnePlus 7T Pro has a 48 megapixel wide angle lens and an 8 megapixel telephoto lens, and then a 16 megapixel ultra wide sensor, where the OnePlus 8T has a 48 megapixel wide angle lens, a 16 megapixel ultra wide sensor, a 5 megapixel macro lens, then a 2 megapixel depth sensor. Now both phones can do 4K at 60, which is really nice. The OnePlus 7T Pro's camera I think is pretty good for the most part, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, I don't really have any problems with these specific phone cameras. I just don't think they're as great as something like the Galaxy S20. I honestly don't even think these cameras are good. Maybe the OnePlus 8T's camera is kind of the same par with like the Samsung Galaxy S10, but even the OnePlus 8T is still missing a telephoto lens. And I don't know, I feel like OnePlus could do a little bit of a better job with both these cameras. The 7T Pro, like I stated, I mean, it's good for the most part. It'll be able to do everything you throw at it. And, for the majority of people out there, you're not filming, movie-like videos on your phone. You're just trying to go and, make a quick video or make a quick Snapchat or TikTok or whatever and move on with your day. You're not really thinking about the camera. And I think both these phones will be able to do you just fine. But like I stated, I think the biggest problem with the OnePlus 7T Pro will come in the form of that motorized pop-up camera. Now it's a 16 megapixel sensor there, 1080p at 30 frames. And I don't know, like I think it's like an okay thing, but I don't know too much about it. I mean, every app that I ever used the 7T Pro's front camera on, it worked, it functioned properly, Snapchat, whatever. But maybe there could be a case where a software issue would not allow that motorized pop-up camera to come up. I don't know if that would ever come, or if you break that pop-up camera, like what would happen then? So that's something to consider too. Where the OnePlus 8T, I think it has the better camera setup for sure, it just has to because it's the newer phone. But I also think, there's a lot of similarities between both these phones, including the front camera. You have a 16 megapixel front-facing camera on the OnePlus 8T as well. And these phones are a year apart from each other. And how have they still maintained the same camera on it? It makes no sense. Still only 1080p at 30. It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like OnePlus could have done a better job. And like I said before, it is what it is. There's nothing we can really do about it. But I wish there could have been a case where we had 4K at 60 or something like that on the front of the OnePlus 8T. I would say the back camera definitely goes to the OnePlus 8T, but the front camera is pretty much the same as I think on both phones. I would just say the 8T is better because it's not like a motorized pop-up camera, but that's still something that people may not even care about for the 7T Pro. So in terms of cameras, that pretty much covers it up.